is the Royal Stockholm Opera House called the Kungli Opera in Swedish. I love this. I love operas, ballets, Latin music and salsa. So this is like I love this place. I'm at the Kungli Opera in Swedish. It's called the Royal Stockholm Royal Opera House. It's a fantastic. This is the golden foyer of the Royal Stockholm Opera House, and you see this is called the Guld Foyer in Swedish. And today is a showing of Valkyrie, the Valkyries, which is a Wagner classic. Wagner part of this 4 series of what is called the ring cycle or the ring of the Nibelungen, and first being a dash ring gold, and then. Today is Valkyrie, the second, and the third is Siegfried, and fourth is Gotterdammerung. And these basically, they kind of, they take the gold nuggets from the Rhine, and then it's shaped into a ring. The important, and then that ring goes around, and the whole story is about the gods, trying to get that ring because the ring gives them so much power. It's based on Germanic, Scandinavian, Nordic, and these kind of fairy tales. It's spectacular really, in the sense. Of course, it's 5 hours. The whole 4 series goes for about 15 hours. And this was composed over 26 years actually by Wagner himself, and then premiered in 1876. And some of the important key things are leitmotifs, something known as if a character or a theme comes recurring, then the same music is played that you identify. The same technique actually is used in the films that were later kind of derivatives from the opera. So this is the Valkyries. The sets were very good and the actors were very good. I mean 5 hours really. I mean with 2 breaks. So it's spectacular. And this is amazing part is I love this opera house. I love ballets, operas, Latin music and salsa. So this I am a regular at this. Spectacular. This is the Stockholm Royal Opera House in Stockholm called Kungli Operan, and this is the Foyer Hall. It's called the Gold Foyer or the Golden Foyer Hall. And today is the showing of Richard Wagner's Die Walküre, or the Valkyries. It's a series of 4 called the Ring of the Nibelung, and today this is the second part actually. It's a 4-part, and this is the kind of the second part. And Die Walküre, it's actually it has been, the premiere took place in 1876, and if you really look at this, right, it's called Der Ring des Nibelungen, or the Ring of the Nibelung. It's a cycle of 4 German language epic music dramas or operas, and loosely based on the German heroic legend. And composer is and this cycle is actually called 1 plus 3 frequency 4 operas, and it's called the Wagner's Ring or Ring Cycle, or Der Ring des Nibelungen. And the 4 and Wagner himself wrote the opera. These 4 were composed over a period of 26 years actually. So that's the important thing. So the important thing is right, and he himself wrote the libretto of the music over the course of about 26 years, from 1848 to 1874, and 4 parts that constitute the ring cycle are Das Rhine Gold, the Rhine Gold, in which the gold nuggets are stolen from the Rhine maidens, and turned into a ring. The ring is actually supposed to give unlimited power. That's the power of the ring actually, right? And that's where you have this the concept of the ring. The key thing is, and this is Der Ring des Nibelungen, and the premiere was held on 1876, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 August 1876 at this is Bayreuth Festspielhaus. And title is actually literally translates the Albrecht's ring, and so the content is a extraordinary scale. I mean, the scale of the story is epic, really. I mean, and the title of the characters. There are 5 kinds of characters in this. One is the gods, the mortals, Valkyries, Rhine maidens, and other characters. And if you really look at the prime characters, right? Wotan is the king and of the gods, and god of light, air, and wind. And then Fricka is the Wotan's wife, goddess of marriage. Loge is a semi-god, god of fire. And then you have you have the Freya, Fricka's sister, and then Donner, brother Fro, and then Erda, goddess of wisdom and norms, and then the mortals are Volsungs, the Siegmund, mortal son of Wotan, and Sieglinde, his twin sister, and then Siegfried is their tenor, and Neidings, the Gibichungs, these are the mortals, and then you have the Valkyries. Valkyries are, there are say 8-9 children of the 9 children of what do you call this Wotan, and then there are the Rhine maidens, Wanghilde, Felgulde, and Floshilde, and then there are the 2 giants, Fasolt and Fafner, Nibelungs, Albrecht and Mime, and then other characters. So there are 5 prime type of characters in which you have the gods and mortals, Valkyries, Rhine maidens, giants, and Nibelungs is the 4th category, 5th category. And then if you really come about the story, plot revolves around a ring that grants the power. Revolves around a magic ring that grants the power to rule the world, forged by the Nibelung dwarf Albrecht from the gold stole from the Rhine maidens. With the assistance of the god Loge, Wotan, the chief of the gods, steal the ring from the Albrecht. It is Fafner and Fasolt actually to pay the giants, Fafner and Fafold, and then there is a curse on the ring, and Valhalla they will take his prayer, who provides the god with golden apples to keep them young. So Wotan's schemes basically all these schemes to regain the ring, spanning generations, drive much of the action in the story. His grandson is this eventually, so this is the whole about so it's and then there is a concept of leitmotifs in the movie, and instrumentation. A lot of instruments are used, and Wagner uses some additional and extra instruments. So it's a it's a super story that way, super opera. So it requires a lot of preparation and a lot of preparation and a lot of sides crops and musical instrumentation in the late ways. So that's briefly about the ring cycle, or ring of the Nibelungs, or the Albrecht ring, or Wagner's ring. So, and today is the showing of Valkyrie. This is the Stockholm Royal Opera House in Stockholm called the Kungl Opera, and you see the spectacular Foyer again.